So now what we need to do is that we need to create the item that's going to display this information. So what I'm going to do is that in the main.kv file, I'm going to create that element. So here at the top, I'm going to create an element here called at the top of this file, of the kv file. I'm going to create a new element that's going to display all the information of the weather that we are going to get from the API service. So I'm going to here name it list item. I'm going to name it list item, or let's just name it item weather, item weather. And then inside this, I'm going to create here, I'm going to create an image. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to create an image. I'm going to say image lift widget. Image lift widget. And then inside that image, I'm going to say source. And then it's going to be your root.source. So what is this? Here, by the way, we need to push this four letters. I'm going to say here 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this? What is this? This source refers to, this source is the source of the image, and root.source refers to a variable that I'm going to create in the Python so that we can inject a URL of the image to be displayed in the item card. So in the main app now, what we want to do is that we want to create that class. So here we need to say class and then item weather. And then we need to pass we need to extend a class given by Kivy, which is going to display that, which is going to create that awesome design, that awesome card or awesome item design. So that class is called 3-line avatar list item. You need to import this. So you need to say here from kvmd.uix.list import 3-line avatar list item. And then once you have imported this, you need to pass it here. 3-line avatar list item. And then finally here we need to make reference to the source. So I'm going to say here source. And then the source is going to be equal to string property, and then the string property is just going to be string. Why do we need a string property? The reason is because the image URL is a string, so it must be string property. And finally, don't forget to import here from Kivy properties, import string property. That way I will be able to inject a URL to this source of the image so that the image will be displayed. Now what we need to do is that we need to use this item weather in the application. So to use it, what I'm going to do is that here in the for loop, I'm going to say item weather, and then we need to use the properties given by the 3-line avatar list item to display the information that we have. So that class has the following attributes or properties. It has the text. You can display text. So for the text, I'm going to display the name. And for the secondary text, we have the secondary text. I'm going to say secondary text. So this, for the secondary text, it's going to display the, let's say, the temperature. And for the also we have the humidity, we have the pressure. We can use we can display them in another property, in a new property. So the third property that I'm gonna use is called the tertiary text. So here I'm gonna say tertiary text, and it's gonna be equal to, let's say, the humidity. I'm gonna display the humidity, and then and then I'm gonna store this in a variable called item. So the item is going to be equal to the item weather. Finally, we need to push this item to the list. Remember, we have this list. We have this home list, which is this home list, which is this list, which is this list. Let me show you that here. Which is this list. Here, this list comes to it. So to do that, I'm going to say here in the for loop, at the end of the for loop, I'm going to say home list, and then dot add widget, and then we need to pass the item. For each single iteration, we need to pass the item. And now we are done.